Hello there. Happy Wednesday. This training, this little mini training is for you if you feel like you constantly have to start over. Maybe you gain momentum. Maybe you feel like, all right, I have 2 weeks under my belt. I feel like I'm in control. And then bam, something happens and you're like, I am back to square one again. I feel like I'm starting over. I've lost all of those good habits and routines that I've started on. I am back to feeling like I'm overwhelmed and I just can't show up for myself. If that sounds like you, and we've heard this from many of our clients that have worked with us, as well as you inside of the group, this message is going to be for you. So I want to know what usually happens to throw you off of your path. What usually happens to throw you off of your routine or your groove? Tell us down in the comments below. Is it usually a change in routine where maybe you've had something added to your plate? Is it maybe something where you kind of get less focused, or you get something is added to your plate, or let's say stress starts to set in? We were talking about this a lot inside of the February masterclass, was how stress changes how our body functions as well as how we function overall. Let us know down in the comments below what usually will throw you off of your game, what usually makes you feel like I'm starting over again. For many people, and we've seen this with our clients too, it's that idea of having to be perfect. It's that idea of I have to show up every single day and hit these exact points in order for me to be successful, where we know that that's not going to happen all the time. We have to remember that life isn't perfect, of course, but also the perfect conditions aren't always going to happen. Like we just said, routine is going to get thrown off. Things are going to be added to your plate. Moving parts are going to be added into what's going on, and you may not be able to show up for yourself 100% all of the time. Maybe we start to look at and say, how can I dismantle this belief that it has to be perfect in order for me to be successful? How do we unwind that idea of having that connection of I can only be perfect, or I can only start something when the timing is exactly right? You and I both know that motivation is going to come in waves. We're never going to be 100% motivated. We're never going to be 100% on board making things happen. It more so can be motivation will come some days, be stronger maybe at the beginning of the week because we like that fresh start. And maybe that motivation at the end of the week of I'm exhausted, I don't want to get anything done. That motivation is in a tank. Let's start to look at how that impacts our choices. Let's start to look at when we start to fall off of those tracks or feel like we have to start over again. Because if you are finding that that end of the week is that crucial time for you where you just don't feel consistent anymore, you almost feel overwhelmed, like you just can't show up, maybe we can take a step back with our goals. When we're working with our clients one-on-one, we focus on only 2 to 3 goals each week. That's it. No overwhelm, no having this big long checklist of things that you can do and things that you can't do. A successful program should be about addition to your life, about addition to your routine, about addition to your plate for us to look at that long-term success. If we are coming from a place of I have to take things away or things are off limits, it's a lot easier for us to fall off the wagon and feel like we're back at square one again. Swearing off all sugar is not a way for us to establish long-term success or to establish long-term health for us either, because you're going to want ice cream. You're going to want your birthday cake. You're going to want to go on a nice day to go and get frozen yogurt or go walk to the ice cream store. And having that idea that it's an all or nothing thing and that when I break it, I have to start over, it doesn't help us with that longevity or that long-term success. So I want you to challenge your thinking. I want you to take this tool and say, rather than saying I have to do this every single day perfect, what if I started to strive for at least 4 or 5 days where I'm hitting major marks? Maybe it's I'm getting enough protein in, or I'm going for a walk, or I'm going to stop my coffee intake after noon. Maybe it's those small changes that help to bring those bigger results versus that idea of I have to completely uphold or upchange my lifestyle in order for me to be successful. That's when we start to go back to that square one route. Is this something that you feel like you can do? Let me know down in the comments below. Tell us down in the comments if you're like, yes, this sounds accurate. This sounds right. This sounds like something that I can make happen. I can take that pressure off of me. I can take that perfection pressure and kind of turn it down a notch and say like, okay, I can show up for me without this being a stressful piece. Let us know down in the comments below. What usually triggers you to go off track? We're also talking about that down in the comments below. Just a couple of reminders as we wrap up today's little mini live training. Our next masterclass is happening next Tuesday, March 19th. At 7:30 p.m. EST with Coach Sarah. We are diving into all of the big nutrition and fitness claims that are out there on the market right now, like apple cider vinegar, like fasted cardio, like balanced meals, like fat makes you fat or carbs make you fat, and so much more. These are questions that we've heard from you of like, should I be taking apple cider vinegar? Should I be doing fasted cardio? This training is going to cover all of that and more to help you make the better choices and give you the knowledge to make better choices to make lasting change in your life. We're here to just give you the tools, give you the guidance, but you can do this. We just have to give you that right information for that. So you can join that masterclass. It's happening on Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's $50 for the class, or you can join our Nourish membership. That's only $29 a month, where you get access to all of the trainings that we have in our video library, like the secret macronutrient for success, like breakfast, like how to build a healthy plate, like building more momentum and increasing motivation. All of those are ones that are inside of that video library. We also have our over 200 recipes in our recipe folder that you have access to. So no more of those questions on Sundays of like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? That back and forth game that happens every single time. You're going to get answers and you're going to get the tools to help you make those changes and make nutrition and eating so much less stressful. So it's only $29 a month to join the Nourish membership. You get access to the masterclass as part of the Nourish membership. So go ahead and join that. I will drop those links down in the comments below. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have any questions, if you have concerns, if you have goals that you're working on and you need support with, shoot me a message. I'd love to kind of help walk you through those and give you some tactical goals to get started on. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you next week.